Okay. Hello, everyone. It's really great to see all of you. I'm just letting a few more people in. Okay, welcome everyone. This is in fact our final class of the spring 2021 semester. It does go by fast, but we have had, I think, what was one of the best semesters that this program has ever done before. Not only have we had a large amount of people, but we had special classes that we've never done before that we're very proud of. For those of you who have done a final class with us before, we always have this kind of Jeopardy review game that I think is very helpful because it covers all the material that we have gone through this semester. So if there are topics that you are unsure about, this is actually a very helpful way to make sure that you are reviewing everything. Now, let me just briefly explain what the itinerary for today's schedule is. So first, we're going to start with our Jeopardy game. I'm going to explain exactly how that is going to work, and then I'm going to spend some time. Usually, I mention at the end of the class very briefly about our virtual portal, and many of you have been asking me exactly how that works. So I'm going to give a brief kind of tutorial on how to use that system, and then a few of you will have the opportunity to share, if you would like, some class experiences, any feedback about the class, your favorite class, your thoughts on the class, how the class has impacted your life. A few of you will have the opportunity to share. Then my team and I will say some things, and then, which I think is most important, at the end, we will tell you what's happening next. Meaning, if you want to continue with us, if you want to continue learning, what is the next stage in the process? So definitely stay tuned at the end of the class. We will be making some announcements about what's going to be happening over the summer and into the fall of at the end of the year. Okay, so we are now going to get started with our Jeopardy game. For those of you who have seen, watched, played Jeopardy before, this is the Jeopardy board that we have. You see how it has 5 categories. I'll read the categories. It says managing a computer, shopping and transportation, smartphone apps, managing a smartphone, and random. Now, all these categories are material that have been covered in the class. The way that we're going to do this is you could obviously see the 100-point values are the easiest questions. And then as you go down the list, the 500 ones are the harder questions. And for those of you who would like, I will basically go through my gallery and kind of say your name. You are welcome to choose an option. If you do not want to answer a question, or you aren't able to, you're more than welcome to say pass. You do not have to be involved in this if you don't want to. But this is more of a way. It's less of the testing aspect and more to see if you learned anything, and if there are pieces that I need to review. That is the goal for today. Okay, now you all have the ability to unmute yourselves throughout this class. Usually I don't give that ability, but today you do. You should only use that when it is time for you to answer a question. So when you are not answering a question, you should stay muted. You all know how to unmute, and remute at the bottom left of your computer screen is a mute button. You can click on to silence your microphone, and you should click on that again in order to make your microphones loud. And if you're unable to do it, I could actually do it for you at certain points, but make sure that you do not unmute when you are not speaking. Okay, so once again, here's our board. We have 5 categories. I'm going to go through my gallery and read through the name of your Zoom box. So if some people just say iPad 2, so you want to make sure that you are familiar with what your Zoom name is. If you do not want to participate in this, you are more than welcome to just sit and watch and just pay attention. If you do want to participate, that's great. There are 76 people here and only 25 boxes, so not everyone here is going to have a chance to answer a question. But this is also a great way, if I see that there are questions that people are unsure about, I can address them and make sure that they're very crisp and clear, because that's the goal of the class. But everything here was covered. One more thing, which we actually changed this semester, we did that breakout room system where there were 2 options of rooms you could choose from. For all the questions that have a question from a breakout room, there are going to be 2 questions on the screen. One of them is from one of the breakout rooms at that time, and one of them is from the other. Whichever one you were in attendance for, that's the one that you could answer. Or if you know the other one, it's fine. But I thought it was unfair to be giving you questions, let's say, on the Instagram breakout room when you were in the Facebook breakout room. So I made sure this semester to specify. Okay. So once again, 100 are the easiest ones, 500 are the hardest ones. You could choose any value on the board, and we will let's start. Okay, so I'm going to go down my gallery. We will start with let's say Penny. Would you like to choose an option on the board? So you have to unmute yourself. You should see in the center of the screen the unmute button. There you go. Hi, Penny. How are you?
I'm just fine.
Okay, so you're welcome to choose any of the options on the board, any number, any category.
Okay, I'll take managing a computer for 100.
Okay, managing a computer for 100. Let's see what that question is. Okay, what application do you use to delete files on your computer? When you want to get rid of something on your computer, where do you put them?
Oh, in the, I'm gonna say in the trash container.
Nice, in the trash or the recycle bin, whatever it's called, they all mean the same thing. When you
That's
want to
right,
get rid
it
of,
is recycle bin.
when you want to get rid of a file, a picture, a video, you drag it into the trash, and you have about 30 days. If you want to recover it, you could drag it back onto your computer, but after those 30 days, the file will be deleted automatically. Nice job, Peggy. Okay, let's go back to our board. I'm going to put a line through the 100 so we remember that it was taken care of. Okay, next I have is Maggie. Maggie, are you able to unmute? Maggie, in the center of the screen, do you see where it says unmute? Yes, Maggie, there you go. Would you like to choose an option? Maggie, you there? Okay, it doesn't look like Maggie's able. Here, we have Manny over here. Manny has his raised hand virtually. Would you like to choose an option?
Yeah, managing a computer for 200.
All right, we're going to stay in the same category for 200. What tool do you use to take a picture of content on your computer screen? What's the name of the tool if you want to take a picture of something on your computer screen? You could also do this on a smartphone as well. It's called taking a.
What is? I use Snagit, but what is on Windows? Is it Snip?
Yes, yeah, that's perfect. I mean, the tool itself in general is called Screenshot.
Oh,
when you want to take a
Screenshot,
picture,
okay.
This works on smartphones, tablets, computers. When you have a content on the screen you want to take a picture of, but you're correct that on Windows PC computers it's called the snipping tool, but on Apple it's called Screenshot, which is great. Nice job. All right, let's go back to our board. Drag a line through managing a computer. Okay. You know what? I think Manny's idea was actually a great one. If there's someone who would especially like to participate, you could raise your hand virtually by clicking on reactions, I believe, and then raise hand. Exactly. And that way you'll come to the top of my screen and I'll be able to call on you. If not, I'm going to continue to go through my gallery. Okay. Abigail, would you like to choose an option on the screen? You have to click on unmute in the center.
Smartphone apps.
Smartphone apps for which value?
500.
500. We're jumping down to the bottom. Smartphone apps are 500. Okay. This question is related to our health class. We looked at an app called Health Sync. So the question is, what is the Health Sync app and what is it used for? Abigail, were you present at this class?
I think not.
Okay. So I can help you out a little bit here. The Health Sync app, which we looked at, I think it was lesson 5, I believe, is an app you could download on any smartphone, and it allows you to put in your appointments, your medications, when you have symptoms, and you can keep track of your contacts, your medical contacts in one platform, which is very easy and user-friendly to use. So we looked at the HealthSync app, but you could download, it's a third-party app on any of your devices.
I remember when I had phone calls, so I didn't get the whole thing. So what do I do to get it? I remember I wanted to get it. And then
So the HealthSync app is a third-party app similar to Instagram and Facebook and WhatsApp. And the way you get it is by going on an iPhone to the App Store or
Yeah.
on an Android phone to the Google Play Store.
So if I'm
and-
Apple and I go to the Android, is that what's it called?
Yeah, so there's iPhones, which are the Apple phones, and then Androids, which are, you know, Samsung, Google, Pixel, all those other types of phones. And they have what's called the Google Play Store, which is the place that you download these apps, the same place that you downloaded WhatsApp and Instagram. Once you open that, you should see a little search, a magnifying
What is it
glass.
called? What is it?
The Google Play Store.
That's
there's
not
the-
an Apple.
No, the Google Play Store is on Android, and the App Store is on an iPhone. And you could search for any.
Go ahead.
And you could search for any third-party app. So you just want to type in HealthSync, and you should get access to this app.
Okay.
Okay. Let's now continue to go down. Once again, if you would like to participate, please raise your hand virtually so I could see that you that you want to contribute. Manny, we're first going to get through everyone once, and then we can come back to you. Okay. Judy, would you like to answer a question?
All right, managing a smartphone,
For which value?
100.
100?
Okay.
Judy.
Okay. What tool do you use when you need light in a dark room?
My flashlight,
Good. And do you remember how you had to access the flashlight?
push up, scroll up.
Good. So you're going to the control center, and you should see a little icon that has the little flashlight. Click on it. Make sure to turn it off once you're done using it.
Right.
Okay. Once again, if you're not answering a question, please make sure to stay on mute because I would like to not get as sound effects behind the voices. Okay, let's go back to the main screen. That was managing a smartphone for 100. Okay, Shari, go ahead.
Okay, I'll just say I haven't attended all the classes, but I am a shopper. So I'm going to go for shopping and transportation for 500.
For 500, okay.
Amazon needed my money.
Okay, Julie and Caroline, are you guys here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, hi.
Okay, Julia, you want to take this one?
Sure. What does it mean to filter a search while shopping?
That means that you can select certain sizes and types of information you want to see, such if you're looking for a certain size or color of an object or an item.
Yeah, you're totally right. So it's basically just refining the search so that like less options come up and it's easier to find exactly what you want when you're shopping online.
Nice, very nice, Shari. That was shopping for 500. Okay, now we have our male Judy, another Judy, who appears to be in the beach chair. Judy, you want to unmute? There you go. No, Judy, I think you muted yourself again. Still can't hear you.
No.
Okay, you muted.
Okay. Shopping for 400.
400, shopping for 400. Okay. Are you able? Oh, Caroline, right? You want to do this one?
Sure. Okay. Are you able to return a product purchased online to a retail store? Yes. Yes, definitely. Yes, so that's correct.
Yes, very nice. So some, like for example, in this class we looked at four websites: Amazon, Fresh Direct, Barnes and Noble, and Gap. Amazon and Fresh Direct do not have retail stores, so it's a fully online system. But if you were to order something, let's say from Gap or Barnes and Noble that also have a retail store, you are more than welcome to order something online and then walk into a retail store and exchange it or return it or do anything you want with there. Nice job, Judy. Let's go back to our board, crossing some of these out. Okay, I see Yida.
Yes, that's always a tongue twister. Ilda. I'll go
Ilda.
with shopping and transportation for 100.
For 100. Okay, Julia, under this one.
What is Uber and what is it used for?
Well, that's my favorite when my car breaks down. That's a call share application that you call, ask for a car, they'll pick you up and take you wherever you want. So thank you, Uber.
Exactly. Yes, you could use Uber to order a ride and it will drive you around. You can order it on your phone using the Uber app, and then it will take you to whatever location you put in.
Nice job, Ilda. Okay, this raising hand is working very nicely. So for those of you who would like to participate, just click on the raise hand functionality and you'll shoot up to the top of my screen. So I'll be able to call on you. Let's see. Karen, would you like to ask a question? Oh, I'm sorry, it's Carolyn.
Oh, that's me.
Yes, hi, how are you?
Okay, Jordan, I would like random for 100.
Random for 100. All right, we're shooting to a new category here. All right, what icon is used on email to send an attachment? What do you click on when you want to send a picture or a file along with an email?
Let's see. I think it's attachment.
Yeah, and what does that icon look like?
Oh, what does it look like? I don't know, a piece of paper? I don't know, I forgot.
So the icon, you're close, you're right. It's a paper clip.
Oh, okay.
And you were close because you said attach, right? And paperclip attaches files together. But on all, this is common to all email providers, that when you want to attach something, a file, a picture, a video, you want to click on that little paper clip. It will open up your files on your computer and you'll be able to attach any file you would like. That was random for 100.
Thank you.
Okay, I hope everyone's having as much fun as I am. Okay, Mary, would you like to choose an option?
Managing a smartphone for 200.
Managing a smartphone for 200. Okay, Carol, you want to do this one?
What app do you use to find a lost Apple device?
Ooh, is that a find your phone?
Yeah, so that's
App?
pretty close. It's called Find My iPhone, which is basically the same thing. And it's an app that tracks your phone, so you can use it when you don't know where your phone is.
Okay.
Nice, Mary. Yeah, it's very helpful, and it not only tracks your iPhone, but if you have any Apple device, like an Apple Watch or AirPods or an iPad, you're able to track all those devices, assuming that they're all signed in to your iCloud, which is your shared Apple account. Very nice. Okay. Bernice, would you like to choose an option on the board? Bernice, this is definitely not your first time playing Jeopardy.
Shopping and transportation for 200.
Shopping and transportation for 200. Okay, what is Expedia and what is Expedia used for?
Ooh, I'm not.
Expedia is a program we looked at during the transportation lesson. We looked at it right after Uber with regard to scheduling vacations.
I don't know the answer. Sorry, Jordan.
Okay, so Expedia, it's actually a very nice website. If you go onto the website, you can package your vacation in one. So you could book a flight, you could book a hotel, you could book food, a car, and you could do it all in one a package. And it's a very nice way. You could filter it. So if you want a certain vacation from during the summer, and you want to go on this flight, you could select all those. And we looked at that when we were dealing with Uber and transportation.
I did know. Thank you. Thank you.
So that was shopping transportation for 200. Okay. Let's see who else is here. Mimi, would you like to choose an option?
Sure, I'll pick smartphone apps for 100.
Smartphone apps for 100. All right, once again, if any of you would like to ask a question, I'm going through my gallery, but there are 76 people here, so it's hard for me to see everyone. So if you do want to answer a question, you could either raise your hand physically. That's a little worse, but I would like you to click on virtually because that way I can see you even better. Okay, so this question, the reason why there are two here, Mimi, is because there were two breakout rooms that this one covers. So the first one, you could choose which one you want to answer. What app do you use to call someone while seeing them?
FaceTime.
Or sure,
Oh.
FaceTime. Excellent. FaceTime is an app. Zoom is also one, right? I'm basically calling you and seeing you right now, but FaceTime is the one we were looking for when you can turn on your phone and see someone. And then Mimi, if you want to try the other one, what app can be used to text people other than the typical messages?
Oh, I don't know. I just thought iMessage.
Yeah, so the other program which we use as our main contact method in this class is WhatsApp. And that's how we send messages to you guys. That's the answer to the follow-up. So that's smartphone apps for 100. Oh, and then I see some of you are writing into the chat. That's also fine. If you want to put into the chat that you want to answer, that you want to ask a question, you could do that as well. Okay, I see someone whose name is Be Happy. Would you like to unmute and ask a question?
Hi, that's me, and my name is Mary.
Hi, Mary.
Hi. I'll take smartphone apps for 200.
Smartphone apps for 200. Okay. Julia, you want to ask this one?
Yes. What are 2 ways to invite someone to a Zoom meeting?
Boy, you got me on that one. I haven't used Zoom to invite. I've only been a participant, but I'm going to guess you could email them and tell them that you'd like to do it.
Yeah, so like a similar question is, how would you join a Zoom meeting? So you could either use the link, right? You could send somebody a link to join your Zoom meeting,
right?
Or you can send them the meeting ID and the password to your Zoom meeting so that you can join that way.
Great.
Nice. So you can see that every time we send out the information for our meetings, we always send a link, which you can click on to join, or the 9-digit code, which you could type in manually. And both of those are perfectly fine and will take you to the same place. Nice job, Mary. All right, we're starting to knock out all our easy questions. We have one more 200 there. Okay, I see, let me see, I'll open the chat because some people are writing into the chat. Geeta, I see, would you like to ask a question? Geeta, you have to click on unmute. In the center of the screen. There you go. That's it.
Hi, and I thank you for the great set. I just want to tell you, thank you for everything. It's been great. I learn every time I look at your session. It's great. Good movie.
Thank you, Geeta. All right, let's see which question would you like to answer?
That was easier than the question. Random 200.
Random for 200. Okay. Caroline, you want to do this one?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so what is one difference between traditional mail and email?
Well, I know the email was when you open it up and you see all those emails. I guess that's
okay.
Email, or that's, I don't know which is which actually. What's the difference between the traditional?
Okay, so traditional mail is when you send mail through a mailbox. If you write a letter and you can send it to someone.
Yeah, of course. I'm so stupid. Of course.
No,
a stamp and a white envelope or any kind of an envelope. And
yes.
On the computer. Thank you. Oh, that was an easy question. I didn't even know it. Okay. Thank you.
So email is just much faster.
Right. Yeah. That's nice, Geeta. So it's time, right? It's delivery, and I believe it's time, delivery, and address, right? You don't have to put in the zip code, the New York, any of that. Just the jordan@gmail.com. It's much simpler. Nice job, Geeta. Okay. Let's see. Marvin, would you like to unmute? I saw you raising your hand earlier.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, that was random for 200. Let me cover that one up. Which one would you like to choose?
Let's try shopping and transportation for 300.
All right, that's the end of that category. What is the difference between Amazon and Fresh Direct, two shopping websites that we looked at in this class?
Well, Amazon gives you a choice of many different places to order from. Fresh Direct is only there from their store or their company, where they provide foods and services for you as a consumer.
Excellent. So Amazon, you can get anything on, whether it's a television, clothing, food, really anything. Fresh Direct is called a specific, it's a specialized website only for food. You cannot buy a
It's
computer.
supermarket, yeah.
Right. Exactly. And a similarity between them is they both do not have retail stores. So everything is done virtually online. Nice job, Marvin.
Thank you.
That was shopping and transportation for 300. There goes that category. Finish that one. Okay. Let's see who else is here would like to participate. Beverly, would you like to unmute and choose an option? In the center of the screen, unmute. Beverly, are you here? I don't hear you if you're trying to say something here. We can come back to you. Janice, would you like to choose an option? Janice, are you able to unmute? Okay, let's see. If people could put it into the chat if they would like to.
Yeah,
if they would like to.
question?
Oh, there. Have you answered one yet today?
Yes, I did.
Okay, well, let me see. But before we come back to people, is there anyone here? You could raise your hand physically because now I'm going through the gallery who has not yet answered a question who would like to.
Yeah, he's good. He's fair.
All right, Rose, I see your hands up. You can click on unmute.
There's Monique.
I'll try smartphone apps for 300.
Smartphone apps for 300. Okay, Caroline, want to do this one?
Yeah. Okay. So what is Venmo used for?
Venmo is used to actually pay my hairdresser. That's how I use my Venmo. It's direct money from your account, from your bank account into their account.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Okay.
Perfect. Okay. Diane, would you like to choose an option?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll take managing a computer for 300.
Managing a computer for 300. Okay, what tool do you use to send a file, a picture or video, wirelessly from one device to another? The hint here is that they both have to be Apple devices and they both have to be connected to the same Wi-Fi network. It's a little tricky, but it's a one-word answer. Are you familiar with the tool?
Air something, air.
Yeah, good. Very good. AirDrop. That's what it's
AirDrop,
called.
yep, that's it.
Yeah, so it's used when you want to send a file from one device to another. The only restriction here is that they both have to be connected to the same Wi-Fi network for this to actually work. That's manage a computer for 300. Okay, we're making our way down this board. Nice job, Diane. Okay, Marty, would you like to unmute and give this a try?
Managing a computer for 400.
Managing a computer for 400. Okay. Julia, want to do this one?
What tool do you use to work on two things at the same time?
So that's a split screen.
Exactly. So you're going to use split screen on a computer and it'll allow you to have two different windows open at the same time. So you can work on them and look at them simultaneously.
Right.
Nice. Managing a computer for 400, split screen. Okay. Elaine, would you like to unmute and choose an option?
Managing a smartphone 300.
Managing a smartphone for 300. Okay, how do you connect your phone to a wireless speaker? How would you connect your phone to any wireless device? What's the tool called?
I don't know that one.
The first syllable of the word is blue.
Bluetooth, okay.
Yes, so the Bluetooth is used to connect your phone or any of your devices to anything wireless. So whether it's a speaker, right now you see in my ears, I have little Headphones, those are not plugged into the computer. It's done wirelessly. That's all done through Bluetooth. Nice
I
job,
should know
Elaine.
that.
Managing a smartphone for 300. Okay. I see. There was I saw a hand, JF. Would you like to unmute and give us a try?
Hi, my name is Monique. Let's
Yes,
say
Monique.
400 for random.
400 for random. Monique, you always tell me your name and then I always forget.
That's all right.
Caroline, you want to do this one?
Yeah. Okay. So explain the difference between posting on your Instagram story and posting on your feed.
You got me. I wasn't in that group.
So
So do you know what a Facebook group is?
No, it's a bunch of friends, I think, who get together and talk.
Okay, so similar to that, yeah. It's just a group of people on Facebook who could like send stuff to each other.
Yeah.
Couldn't they do that by email?
Yeah, they could also send an email. What's nice about Facebook, for example, what they do is if there are a lot of people who are interested in one certain thing, for example, cooking, there's 30 people who love cooking, then they would form a Facebook group and they could post and share posts and send pictures of their new recipes or things that they're cooking. And it's a nice way for, without being on messages, to actually have a nice conversation on Facebook. And then the other platform, explain the difference between posting on your Instagram story and posting on your feed. Story is temporary. It only lasts 24 hours. And posting on your feed is permanent and until deleted, and it lasts forever. So that's the difference between posting on your story and feed. Most people post on your feed. If there's something, for example, an upcoming event that will be over soon, you don't need that permanently on your screen. You can keep it there for the time being. So that's posting on your story and posting on your feed, random for 400. Oops. Okay. All right. I think we're almost done getting through everyone who would like to once. Oh, I see Anthony. Would you like to choose an option? Oh, Anthony, you just have to unmute. There you go.
Oh, okay, I'm out. I guess managing a smartphone 400.
Managing a smartphone 400. Okay. All right. So here are two questions because this was in breakout rooms. You could choose which one you want to answer. The first one is what makes a strong password?
So a strong password. You want to have a mix of uppercase, lowercase, dashes, equal signs. Strange different characters.
Nice. Right. So you want to have a range of characters. You don't want to have things that are affiliated with you, like your address or your name. And the other question is, what is a selfie and how do you take one?
So a selfie, you take a picture, you hold your iPhone high and you take a picture of yourself.
Nice. That's exactly right. Take a picture of yourself. You could use a selfie, and that's just flipping the camera in order to do that. I was managing a smartphone for 400. Nice job. All right, Jan, you have to choose an option on our board over here. You can click on unmute in the center.
I will try a random question for 300.
Random for 300. Okay. Julia, want to do this one?
Yeah, what is the difference between BCC and CC? This is on email.
The BCC is for a blind carbon copy to somebody, and the CC is just a regular carbon copy.
Exactly. So when you BCC someone, nobody besides you and that person knows that they're on the email chain. But when you CC someone, everyone else can see it because it's not a blind copy.
Very nice job. We have, 4 questions left, and they're all at the bottom of the board. Now we're getting tricky here. Jerry, you want to try this one? Yes, there you go.
Computer for 500.
Managing a computer for 500. All right, let's see what that is. All right, this is a little tricky. What tool do you use to organize the files on your desktop, on your computer desktop automatically?
I think folders, but automatically confuses me a little.
Nice. So you're right. Folders is definitely a way to organize your files. You can sort them, put certain categories together. The specific tool that does it automatically, which is only accessible on Apple computers, and we mentioned this briefly, is called Stacks. And basically, when you have a cluttered desktop of tons of files and you turn on Stacks, the computer actually puts them into folders for you. So you're right, folders is definitely a way to organize your files. But if you want to do it automatically, you could use Stacks, which is only accessible on Apple computers. Nice job, Jerry. That was managing computer. That was a tricky one for 500. Okay. All right, now I'm going to turn to Susan. Would you like to try this one out? Susan, would you like to unmute? Susan, you want to choose an option?
How about random?
All right, random that's our last one, 500. All right, you could choose either of the options. Here, Caroline, you want to do this one?
Yeah.
This is a fun one.
So what is the name of the TikTok dance that we learned in the special edition class? And what is the name of the film watched last week?
I was there last week. So I can tell you what it was about.
Fast forward.
It was like a documentary, and it was very interesting. And I can't think of it. Sorry. Something to do with time.
Yeah, Susan,
I need help, I guess.
Susan, this is totally, I mean, this question has nothing to do with your lack of knowledge of material in this class. This is more of a fun question we added in. So the first one, what is the name of the TikTok dance that we learned? It was called Savage Love. That's the dance that we learned. And then what is the name of the film? It was called Fast Forward, which you're right, was about time and aging. Very nice job. All right, I see Monique Ritzvi. Would you like to choose an option?
Manage computer.
So those are all turned out. With the two options we have left are smartphone apps for 400 or managing a smartphone for 500.
Managing the smartphone.
Managing a smartphone for 500. Okay. What is the difference between do not disturb and turning off notifications on your phone? This is also a tricky one.
Well, I don't know, but I want to guess. Do not disturb is temporary and turning off is permanent.
Right. Yeah, that's very good. So I'll elaborate a little bit on that. When you turn your phone on do not disturb, what that means is that no matter what settings you have set for notifications, your entire phone will be silenced. No phone calls, no messages, no beeps, no buzzes. It's like when you're sleeping or in a meeting, you could set actually a schedule do not disturb. So every night it automatically turns that on. Now, notification settings are actually specific to each app. So for example, let's say YouTube is an app you have on your phone. You never want notifications from YouTube. Let's say you don't want those notifications. You could turn off notifications for YouTube. And that means that no matter whether or not your phone is on or off do not disturb, you will not receive updates from YouTube because it's turned off the notification settings. So the notification settings get overridden by do not disturb. But when your phone is off do not disturb, only the apps that are turned on in the notification settings will give you alerts. Does that make sense, Monique?
Yes, thank you.
Sure. Okay, managing a smartphone for 500. Okay, we have one more question left, so I'll pull it up. It's smartphone apps for 400. The question is, what are 2 advantages to using online banking? I guess anyone here could unmute and say an opinion they have on this one. What's an advantage to using online banking as opposed to walking to a physical bank?
I love
Don't
it.
have to stand in line.
Nice, you don't have to stand in line.
I love it. It's easy to use.
It's very easy to use.
It's automatic.
Don't have to go to the bank.
Nice. Yes, I'm hearing a lot of calling outs there. Yes, online banking is much easier to use. It's open at all times.
Saves
You don't,
postage.
right? You don't have to pay money extra for envelopes and stamps.
To get to know how to use it and patience.
Yes, it definitely takes a while to get to know how to use it. But once you do know how to use it, and I'm hoping that you.
Once you learn how to use it, it's an amazing, amazing, amazing tool.
I definitely agree with that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think we finished the whole board there. I hope that was a nice review of some of the concepts that we looked at in this class together. You're always more than welcome. I'm going to tell you about the next steps at the end of the class today, but to reach out to us if anything was unclear today, because everything we did today was actually covered in one of the 10 lessons throughout the past few weeks. So you can definitely reach out to us if you have any more questions. Okay, so that was the conclusion of our Jeopardy game. Now, what I'm going to show you now, and everyone should stay in the Zoom meeting, just because at the end of the class, I'm going to tell you what the next steps are. So I'm going to tell you that at the end. So this is not the conclusion of the class just yet. Now, I've been mentioning this at the end of every class, but I want to make sure you're fully aware of it and how to use it. We released in November, I believe, of last year, a virtual portal. Now, this virtual portal is a website, and it has two of our most popular classes, Computer Basics and Advanced Computers. What I'm going to show you today is how to get to this and how to take these classes, because this is actually the next step in the program. So for those of you who are, I'm assuming all of you are, completing this semester today, this is the next step in the program. So I'm going to show you, I've been mentioning it, but I haven't really showed you how to do this. So I'm going to show you really step-by-step how to do this. I recommend doing this on a computer, just because it's bigger, it's easier to see, or even an iPad is also fine, but a phone is a little small. I'm not saying you can't do it on a phone, but if you have an accessible computer or tablet, you should use that. So the website, which I'm going to put into the chat now, and we'll be sending it to you later today in our message, is portal, PORTAL, .mittlerseniortech.com. The link is now in the chat. I'll also write it on the screen so you have it. Let me write it over here. portal.mittlerseniortech.com. There we go. I just typed it over here so you have it. You should write this down. This is the link that you would type into the search bar on internet, and it will take you to our portal. Now I'm gonna open it up on my computer. We will send this to you later, so you don't have to write this down if you don't want to, but and we also put it into the chat. So I'm now at a typical Google page, right, which is the place that you usually go to when you want to use the internet. And I'm going to type into my search bar portal.mittlerseniortech.com, the same website that I showed you. Here's what our portal looks like. This session is being recorded, so we're going to send this to you later today if you can't follow every step. The first step you want to do, you see how nice and easy it looks to use. You could browse kind of what our courses are over here, but the first thing you should do is the button all the way at the top right, the big blue button that says register now. That's step one. There's a big blue button at the top right of the screen that says register now. Now, when you click on register now, you're going to see 4 spaces. And all this is required for you to type in. None of this you shouldn't worry about privacy, because all this website is coming to me, and that's the only person who's seeing any of this. There's nowhere else where this is going. This is our website. So I'm going to type in for a sample today. I'll type in my name. And a public username could be anything. I could write Jordan, 123, maybe something like that. Then email. I'm going to type in my email or one of my emails, and then a password, which could be anything you would like. And then you want to click on create account. Those are the 4 steps here that you want to do. Let me just make sure I type my password correctly. Okay, there we go. And you click on create account. Now, once you click on create account, it will load. It might take a few seconds. And then you'll be taken to this page. My courses, you are not enrolled in any courses yet. So you want to click on explore courses. Now, when you click on explore courses, you're going to see our 2 courses that we have uploaded here. We only have 2 here. We have Computer Basics and Advanced Computers. Now, these 2 classes are pre-recorded, meaning that you can take them right now if you would like to. Now, the Computer Basics class is, for those of you who maybe some of you took it in person with us, this is starting from the absolute beginning. So it's taking you from knowing zero information about technology to knowing a pretty decent amount on anything that you would need to know. Now, if you've taken this class successfully and you understand all the material, this is not the class for you. If you were finding this class confusing, then this is the class for you. If you found this class perfectly fine, you understand what we spoke about, then you should take the advanced computers class. Now, this class takes you from knowing the basics, sending emails, sending messages, using the internet, and brings your technology knowledge up a level. So things like we covered in this class, like social media platforms and Zoom, online shopping, online banking, and even more in depth into those topics. It's a little more tricky. So if you aren't so confident with the material, you should definitely start with the basics class. But and these classes are both, you could take both of them. Now, like I said, both of these are recorded, so you could take them at any time you would like. Now, because these classes were recorded professionally and they were done on a platform, that there is a small fee for the class. Both of these classes are 10 lessons, the same way this class was 10 lessons. The computer basics class is $5 a class, so you're paying $50 total. I'll put this on the screen. So computer basics is $5 a class, which is a total of $50. And then the second option is the advanced computers class. Advanced computers, which is $7.50 a class, for a total of $75 for all 10 classes. Now, the classes range from 30 minutes to an hour, but trust me, this is definitely I think the classes are pretty cheap. It's only $5 a class for the basics and only $7.50 for the advanced. Now, let me show you. So let's say you decided, let's say I want to take the computer basics class. So once you decide you want to click on it, you'll see I'm going to go ahead and click on it. Once you click on it, you'll see information about the class, like a little bio about this course, what the requirements are, which there are no requirements for the basics, but there are some for the advanced, like you have to know how to do certain things. Short bio about me if you don't know enough about me already, and then some information about who contributed to this portal. So this is information you can definitely read, but the important button for you is the big blue button that says enroll. Now, when you click on enroll, you'll see that when you first got your account, you'll see it says an email has been sent to, and it should say your email with a link to activate your account. Now, when you only have to do this the first time. So I'll show you that if I open up my email, which you could do as you normally would, when you open up your email, you're going to see that I should be getting an email from here. This is my first email, account activation. And you just have to click on the blue button. This is an email that should come in a few seconds after you register. Just click on activate your account, and you will see a success button. And now you can go back to where you were before, which is by clicking on enroll. Now, when you click on enroll, here's what you're going to see. You're going to see the bio again, and you're also you're going to see the expense for the class. Now, I'm going to go for my demo to the advanced computers class. But it's the same thing. You'll see how it just says $7.50. It's the same procedure. And you will click on checkout, and you'll just be asked to type in you'll have some ways you could pay. You could either pay through PayPal, you could pay with a debit or credit card, but it's all done virtually. For those of you who would like to pay a different way, or if this price is too expensive for you, or if you have any questions about that, please reach out to me. I want everyone to participate in this. So if you're unable to pay a certain fee, or if you don't want to pay something virtually, please send me an email. I'm more than happy to talk to you, figure this out. But this is an amazing class. This is specifically the advanced and the basics, so you should definitely go ahead and try this out. Now I'm going to type in for my, I'm going to type this in just so I could put this down. Okay, so you would type in your information. I'm not doing that now, just because I'm not doing that now. But once again, you're clicking on the blue enroll button, and you're going to type in. You're not going to type in this. You're going to type in the checkout button. One second. Okay. Now you'll click on place order, and you'll see it will say once you have put in your information, it will say thank you for your order. And you can go back to your classes by clicking on go to dashboard. Now, if you go to dashboard, now you should see the class that you just enrolled in, advanced computers. Now I'm going to go ahead and click on advanced computers, view course. And you'll see it's very, very easy to use. Here are 10 lessons, lessons 1 through 10. So I'm going to start with lesson 1. Click on lesson 1. And you'll see that here's the video of lesson 1. I can play it just like I would play any other video. Okay. Look at that. There's me. And you could take our class over here. This is a very user-friendly environment. You see how there's even homeworks and assignments, which you'll find out below the videos, so you could stay involved in the class. And just like that, you can click on next in order to go to the next lesson. We always have a Q&A thread after each lesson. So if you want to add a question, you could do that, or you could just skip over that and go to the next lesson and go all the way. This is lesson 2, and you can go all the way down to lesson 10. So, I mean, I think that this is pretty easy to use. That's one of the reasons why we spend so much time designing this, to try and make it as easy for you as possible. If you do have any questions about this, I'm going to tell you at the end of the class a way that you could actually meet with us in order to get some help with this. But I strongly recommend and urge anyone who took this class who feels confident with the material to take the advanced class on the portal. If you didn't think this class was the easiest for you, if you had some trouble, you're more than welcome to start with the basics. The basics is only $5 a class, and the advanced computers is $7.50 a class. If there is a problem with the price, you could definitely reach out to me. I'll be happy to speak to you and help you out in that way. Okay, so that's all the time I'm going to spend on this. I know we're almost out of time, and usually we have more time for this, but I'm going to open this up now. If there's anyone here, we'll probably only get to maybe 5 of you maximum, who would like to share any thoughts you have on the class. This is our last class. You're more than welcome to actually do that. I'm going to tell you at the end that in 2 weeks from today, I'll tell you this more information in a few minutes. We're going to open up during our class time. You could actually have 10-minute meetings or like private conferences with myself, Julia, Caroline, or Joe, in order to, number one, ask any follow-up questions on the portal, or if you don't have time today to share your feedback about the class, you're more than welcome to, because at the end of every semester, we always make a video of all the feedback and the response of our class. And usually we have more time. Today we don't. So for those of you who aren't going to get the chance to share your thoughts today, we're going to open up, and I'll tell you about this later. In 2 weeks from today, not next week. Next Sunday is Mother's Day, but the following Sunday, the same time as our class, 11:30 to 12:30, you will have the option to join a Zoom with us and really speak to us one-on-one and tell us any questions, feedback you have, and also any questions you have on the portal. So I'm going to stop sharing for now. And if anyone, you could raise your hand physically now, so I can now see everyone. Just for the last few minutes, we'll give, if people want to share today, if you would not like to, and do it more in a private setting, that is what the session in 2 weeks will be for. So you can just raise your hand physically if you would like to say something, and I'll be happy to call on you. Yes, Abigail, you want to click on unmute in the center?
Okay, I have a big problem with passwords. It's always saying I don't have the password and you want to do a new one and I do something wrong. Can you help?
Yes, I can definitely help with that. But I mean, in terms of what we're doing now today, we're not going to take tech questions. That's not what the purpose of this is for. You could email us if you have those questions. For the next few minutes, we're giving you the option, if you would like, to share feedback about the class. If there's anything that you enjoyed, something you want to share.
Thank you so much.
Yes, you're welcome. But yeah, that's what we're going to give this time for. But Abigail, please send me an email. I'll be able to help you with the password situation. Yes, Monique, you can click on unmute. Oh, Monique, you're still muted? There you go.
I want to thank you for a great experience. You've taken me from a total beginner to someone who can do various things on the apps, and I really appreciate it.
Thank you, Monique. Yes, Yilda. You have to click on unmute in the center.
Oh, this mute and unmute is constant. Thank you so much, Jordan and company. I have been connecting from San Juan, Puerto Rico. It has been an amazing experience. I have learned so much and refreshed a lot of the things that I wasn't sure of. Very proud of you guys. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Thank you, Yilda. Everyone can raise their hand physically if they want. I know we're not gonna have time for everyone, but yes, Judy.
Yeah, I just want to say thank you, Milton. There's a lot of stuff that I did know already, but you really clarify things very well, and I love the way you speak. You make everything so much more simplified, and I think, and yes, you have a wonderful staff. Everything is so beautiful, and such a wonderful service you're doing. So I just don't know how to thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Judy. Really appreciate that. Yes, Jan.
I want to say thank you like everybody else has, Jordan and the rest of you. I have learned a lot, even though I do not have an iPhone. It's a little bit difficult when you have an Android, but you've opened new horizons for me. So even though you were talking about an iPhone, it makes me want to learn more about my Samsung Android. So again, thank you for everything that you've done. I'm sure most people have learned something. Thank you.
Thank you, Jan. Okay, let's see. Is there anyone else who would like to share something before we? Yes, Manny. You should have to unmute.
Yes.
There you go.
First of all, Jordan, thank you very much. Jordan, Julia, Carolyn, and Joe, I believe, was the team. It amazes me your patience to deal with us seniors with regards to training and education. But it's not so much the training and education; it's the confidence that you provide for us to move forward in terms of navigating these different tools and things of that nature. So hats off to all of you.
Thank you, Manny. All right, Bernice. You have to click on unmute.
Every class that I've taken, I've learned something, and it really is amazing how much I have learned. And I cannot thank you and your group. You were just incredible, incredible. And last week's movie was also so absolutely interesting, and I learned so much from that movie. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Bernice. All right, we have Monique Ritzby. You have to unmute.
Mute.
There you go.
Yeah. So I just wanted to thank you. It's such a great idea to do that for the seniors. Somehow there was things that I knew very well and things that I didn't know at all. So plus I have an Android, so there was some limitation and I could not attend all the all the lectures, but I would like to take the, I'm not so sure if I should take the computer, the next level. Should I take the advanced or not? Because there's different areas where I need help and others that I don't need at all. So I don't know exactly what I'm going to do, but I want to thank you so much, all of you, for taking that task to help us transition to that new age. Thank you.
Thank you, Monique. Okay, is there anyone else? I know we're out of time, but I would have a last call. Anyone else? Shari, would you like to say something?
Let me unmute myself. Am I on? Can you see me? I'm not sure. I'm not seeing the display. Oh, here we go. Oh, got it. Okay.
There you go.
I just want to say, and thank you for everybody. They contributed what I wanted to say also, but also it becomes more intuitive to us. You know, we're not the computer generation, you know, where we grew up with it like the younger folks, but as we use it more and more and we're given this information, the applications are more intuitive, that you do them just by your gut as you use them more and more.
Thank you, Shari. Okay, I would say if there's one more person, if someone would like to. If not, we can move on to the end of the class. Okay, I don't see anyone else's hand up. So okay, all right. So for those of you who didn't feel comfortable sharing something today, or and would still like to say something, which I really encourage, because we always like making a video at the end of our class with feedback and response from our students. So we're gonna send you out later today, but information on how to schedule a private session with myself, Julia, Callahan, Joe, a short session in order to tell us your feedback, your comments, and also if you have any questions about the portal, which class you should take, how you should use it, and etc. Okay, all right. Now before I kind of wrap up, Joe, I don't think was able to join the class today, but he's definitely contributed a lot to the class. I want to thank Julia, Caroline, and Joe, who have attended almost all the classes, and who have not only been involved in presenting the material, which is what you see, but who we have constant meetings throughout the week, planning these classes, making sure that they're presentable, organized, and easy for you to understand. There's a lot of hard work that goes behind the scenes that you aren't able to see. Besides from the 1 hour every week that we see you, they contribute tremendously. And this class would definitely not be the same without the energy that they bring to the class. I want to thank all three of them, Julia, Caroline, and Joe, for everything that they've done in terms of teaching and the behind the scenes work and making sure that you're able to learn from every lesson. We could all give them a round of applause. Everyone can clap for Julia, Caroline, and Joe. Thank you guys a lot for all the time and energy and effort that you put into all these classes. Okay. So, all right, so now just a few more, I know we're over time, just a few more announcements. Today's class was recorded. I'll be sending you a recording of today's class later today with the recording, which has the portal tutorial, the Jeopardy game if you want to review it, and anything else that you want to see from the recording. Let me share my screen so you can see my updates. All right, now the class is over, but on Sunday, May 16th, which is 2 weeks from today, next week is Mother's Day, but the following week, during the same time as our usual class from 11:30 to 12:30 p.m., you are able to join the Zoom and have a private session with myself, Julia, Caroline, or Joe. It's not mandatory, but it's definitely encouraged that you attend this because not everyone was able to share their feedback. And also, if you're unsure of which class to take for the portal, if you have a question you want to ask, this is because this semester we had a lot of people, so we weren't able to have so much kind of one-on-one attention with you guys. But if you do want that short time with us, you should attend this session on Sunday, May 16th. It's not a class, but we'll basically you'll be added to a breakout room with either one of the four of us for a short period of time, and you'll be able to ask questions and get some help with any feedback you have about the class and the portal. So that's important. Next, you write it down in your calendar. We'll send you a reminder to the WhatsApp and email list. There's no class next week, but the following week we'll have during our usual class time kind of a follow-up session where you'll be able to give us feedback and ask us any further follow-up questions. Now, last summer we did have a semester over the summer because most of us were at home and didn't have so much programming going on. This summer there will be no scheduled semester like we had over the spring. There will be no 10-week semester live over the summer. This summer, if you want to continue learning, you should be using either one or both of the portal classes. That's the goal, that you should be taking those classes. If you do have questions on that, you can come on May 16th, but that's the programming this summer. We very occasionally, we might have maybe a special class every once in a while, which we'll definitely let you know, but there's no weekly class that we're going to have on Sundays as we usually do. Our next official semester will begin in the fall in September. At this point, we're not sure what the deal is, whether it will be in person with a Zoom addition or whether it will only be on Zoom. We have no idea what the circumstances are, but we will definitely let you we'll definitely let you know when we have more information. So once again, Sunday, May 16th at our usual class time, you will have the opportunity to have one-on-one private sessions with myself, Julia, Caroline, or Joe to ask any questions, follow-up questions that you have, and also give feedback, which we very much encourage because we like making a video at the end of each semester. There will be no official summer programming this summer. You should be using this time if you want to continue learning to actually use the portal, take advantage of that. We spent a lot of time on it and we want you to take advantage of it. If you do have questions, if the price is a problem for you, come May 16th and I'll be happy to help you out, or you could send me an email. Our next official semester will begin in the fall in September. We will send you more information when we have a date and more information about it. Once again, this class would not be the same without all of you. Even if you've taken the class before, even if this is your first class, you were all very valuable members of the class. Thank you. So I really hope you enjoyed it. That's the goal for this. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed the class. And I hope to see everyone on Sunday, May 16th. But if not, see you all again soon. Bye-bye.